You wake up tired, and your mind moves through worry before you even stand. Have you ever wondered why some people seem alert and focused all day while you drag yourself through each task? What if you could feel clear, strong, and ready to tackle anything? Starting right now. In this video, you will learn simple steps that really make a difference, like changing your daily habits, adjusting how you sleep, and choosing thoughts that lift you up. I will share real ways to stop feeling drained, so you start waking up with energy flowing through your body and mind. You will hear personal stories, see clear examples, and feel motivated to act. Stay until the end to discover the small changes that build big results and start living with powerful energy every day. If you want to feel alive again, keep watching. Let's begin the process now. Together, bravely. Number 1, control your daily habits to boost energy naturally. You wake up tired. Your body feels heavy. Your mind is foggy. You haven't even started your day, and already you're drained. That's not just sleep deprivation. That's the weight of your habits crushing your energy. You've been carrying around routines that quietly steal your strength and kill your focus. And no one told you this, but if you don't take control of your daily habits, they will control you. They will define how you feel. They will decide how far you go. Most people think energy is a gift, something that just shows up when life is good. But that's not how it works. Energy is not given. It's built, it's protected, and it's destroyed just as quickly when you stop paying attention to what you do every day. Now, I'm not here to talk about magic tricks. I'm not here to give you another list of feel-good ideas. I'm here to wake you up. Because the truth is simple, your energy is being drained by the small decisions you don't even think about. And it starts the moment you open your eyes. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you reach for your phone? Do you scroll through noise that adds nothing to your life? Right there, you've already handed your mind to the world. You've said, here, take my attention, take my energy, and that decision sets the tone for the rest of your day. Your habits either build you or break you. They're either working for you or against you. There's no middle ground. The way you spend your first hour in the morning tells me everything about how much control you have over your life. If your mornings are chaotic, your mind will be scattered. If your mornings are calm, your focus will be sharp. If you don't take charge early, your day will take charge of you. See, I've learned something in life. Energy is not about age. It's not about luck. It's about discipline. And discipline lives in your habits. What time do you go to sleep? What do you put in your body? What thoughts do you allow to take root in your mind? Every one of those choices adds up. If you eat junk, your body will feel like junk. If you think weak, you'll act weak. If you procrastinate, you will carry guilt all day. That's the truth. It's uncomfortable. But it's what sets the winners apart from the excuse makers. People who master their energy don't wait to feel good. They do what's right, even when it's hard, because they understand that energy isn't about hype. It's about habits. If you've ever watched someone who seems unstoppable, who keeps going when everyone else is tired, it's not because they have something you don't. It's because they've trained their habits to serve their mission. And when your habits are built on purpose, you'll have energy for days, even when life gets heavy. Now think about your own life. Think about your routines. Are they helping you grow, or are they slowly destroying you? Are you eating just to fill your stomach, or are you eating to fuel your body? Are you using your time to move forward, or are you filling it with distractions that leave you empty? Here's the truth. Most people don't feel tired because they're doing too much. They feel tired because they're doing the wrong things. You could work 10 hours a day and still feel alive if your actions are aligned with your goals. But even 1 hour of meaningless effort can drain your soul if it has no purpose. So how do you fix it? How do you take back control? You start with brutal honesty. You look at your day from the moment you wake up to the time your head hits the pillow, and you ask one simple question. Is this helping me or hurting me? If it's helping you, keep it, protect it, make it stronger. But if it's hurting you, cut it. No second thoughts, no debate. If it's draining your energy, it's stealing your future. You don't need permission to change your habits. You don't need motivation. You need a decision, a real one, a decision that says, enough. I'm done living tired. I'm done feeling weak. I'm done wasting my power on things that do nothing for me. You can make that choice right now, right here. Energy isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. and you build it by taking control of what you repeat every day. Your mind, your body, your spirit, they all respond to consistency. You can't train once and expect to be strong. You can't eat healthy once and expect to feel good. You've got to show up every day and prove to yourself that you are worth the effort. You want to feel more alive? Then act like your energy matters. Get up earlier, eat clean, move your body, take breaks, say no to noise, protect your space, speak better to yourself, cut the excuses. These are not just suggestions. They are rules if you want to feel strong and focused. The best version of you is not lazy. It's not overwhelmed. It's not addicted to distractions. The best version of you is locked in, clear, disciplined, energized. But you'll never meet that version if you keep feeding habits that drain you. You deserve to wake up feeling ready. You deserve to feel strong in your body. You deserve to walk into a room with presence and calm. But no one will hand that to you. You earn it by taking responsibility for the habits you live by. This is your moment to choose. You can keep waking up tired, or you can take control. You can keep letting your habits decide your future, or you can decide what your habits will be from this day forward. It's not about being perfect. It's about being in charge. Because when you take control of your habits, you take back your life. You stop surviving and start building something powerful. Don't wait another day. Start now. Master your habits, master your energy, and step into the life that's been waiting for the strong version of you to show up. Number 2, manage your sleep schedule to restore your power. You cannot become your strongest self if you wake up every day feeling like a ghost of who you were meant to be. You walk around tired, but it's not just your body that's drained. It's your mind, your mood, your ability to think clearly and take control of your life. Most people don't understand how badly they're sabotaging their potential by ignoring something as simple as sleep. They think they're fine because they can still function. They push themselves through long days and short nights, thinking it's normal to feel exhausted. But just because you've adapted to being tired doesn't mean you're thriving. You're just surviving, and surviving is not the same as living. Your energy is your power. Your clarity is your weapon. Your focus is your edge. And without sleep, all of that slips away, slowly, quietly, and consistently. People don't lose their edge overnight. They lose it over weeks and months of ignoring their body's signals. They stay up scrolling, binge watching, working, stressing, and then they wake up wondering why they can't concentrate, why their mood is flat, why they feel emotionally off. It's not some mystery. It's the cost of ignoring the most powerful recovery tool you already have. You want to master your energy? Start by mastering your nights. Your sleep schedule is not a suggestion. It's a system that restores everything you burn during the day. It repairs your cells. It balances your hormones. It resets your brain. It resets your willpower. It gives you the fuel to fight. But here's the catch. It only works if you respect it. You can't treat your body like a machine and expect it to run on fumes. Some people try to squeeze more out of their day by stealing hours from the night. That's not productivity. That's destruction. It's a slow leak in your performance. It eats away at your memory, your emotions, your creativity, your immune system. And then they wonder why they get sick more often, why they burn out, why their goals feel so far away. The answer is in the hours they sacrifice every night. What time you go to bed is one of the clearest signs of how serious you are about your future. Not because it makes you disciplined in theory, but because it gives your body the actual power to show up fully. You can have ambition, you can have passion, but if you don't have energy, none of it will matter. Because life doesn't care what your goals are, if you're too exhausted to chase them. The most dangerous habit in modern life is this belief that sleep is a luxury. It's not. It's a foundation. It's the one reset button you can hit every single night. If your days feel heavy, your motivation feels low, and your emotions feel unstable, ask yourself one thing. Are you giving your body the time it needs to restore your power? Because without that, everything else becomes a battle. You can't win. People think mastering energy starts with doing more, but often it starts with stopping. Stop staying up late for no reason. Stop using your phone until your brain is overstimulated. Stop acting like your mind doesn't need rest just because you drank a cup of coffee. There's nothing strong about ignoring your limits. There's strength in taking care of the system that carries you. Sleep is not weakness. It's strategy. It's where real strength is rebuilt. It's where your thoughts reset. It's where your patience is recharged. You cannot pour from an empty mind, and you cannot push with an exhausted body. Some of the most powerful people in the world treat their sleep like a ritual, not because they're lazy, but because they know that quality rest gives them the stamina to lead, to make decisions, to handle pressure. They don't fall for the hustle trap. They know that true productivity is not about squeezing out hours. It's about performing well during the hours that count. And you can't perform well if you're barely functioning. So how do you take control? You start by building a schedule you stick to, not just on weekdays, every night. Go to bed at the same time. Wake up at the same time. Create a rhythm your body can trust. You train your system the same way you train your muscles, through consistency. You cut the screen time before bed. You dim the lights. You give your brain a chance to slow down. You protect that last hour before sleep, like it's sacred, because it is. What you do during that final hour decides how you'll feel when you wake up. If you want to wake up energized, you can't go to sleep in chaos. You need order. You need intention. You need boundaries. That means no more working until your brain shuts off. No more filling your head with stress, drama, or noise before sleep. What you absorb in that final hour stays with you. It affects your dreams, your rest, your nervous system. So protect your peace. And when you wake up, don't hit snooze. Don't roll over and hide. Get up. Take ownership of your day. Teach your body that when it's time to rest, you rest fully. And when it's time to move, you rise with purpose. That simple discipline builds trust between you and your own system. And that trust gives you energy you didn't even know you were missing. This isn't about perfection. This is about ownership. You don't need 8 hours of perfect sleep every night, but you do need effort. You do need commitment. You do need to stop disrespecting your body's most powerful tool. Because no supplement, no mindset, no morning routine will fix what sleep deprivation breaks. Your goals don't need more willpower. They need more restoration. Your relationships don't need more effort. They need more emotional presence. Your business doesn't need more hustle. It needs more clarity. And you get those things when you start giving your body the rest it deserves. There are people out there struggling with motivation, not realizing their real problem is sleep. There are people battling anxiety, not realizing their system is overworked. There are people who think they're lazy when really they're just exhausted. Don't let that be you. Don't let fatigue lie to you. Don't let lack of rest rob you of the fire that's still inside you. You want to master your energy, then master your nights. Give yourself the gift of full sleep. Make it a non-negotiable. Defend it like your future depends on it. Because it does. Sleep is not the enemy of success. It is the foundation of success. Start treating it that way. Number 3, feed your body with real food for lasting strength. If you want to feel strong from the inside out, stop eating like you don't care about your future. Every time you eat, you're making a decision. Not just about taste, but about energy, mood, discipline, and how you're going to show up in life. Most people eat for comfort, for convenience, for cravings. They eat to satisfy the moment, not to strengthen the mission. But what you put in your body doesn't just affect your stomach. It shapes your mind. It impacts your decisions. And it determines how much strength you carry into your day. You can't build a powerful life on a weak foundation. You can't create momentum when your system is running on low fuel. Real food is not just nutrition. It's your power source. And if you feed yourself junk, you invite weakness into every area of your life. You can't think clearly when your gut is inflamed. You can't move with energy when your body is bloated. You can't stay consistent when your blood sugar is crashing every few hours. This is not about dieting. This is about respecting your life force. Look at the average person. They eat what's quick, what's cheap, what gives them a hit of dopamine, and then leaves them drained an hour later. They're not lazy. They're misinformed. They've been sold the idea that food is entertainment, that it's meant to satisfy urges, that it doesn't matter if you're still young. But food is not a joke. Food builds or breaks your mental clarity. It drives or destroys your discipline. It boosts or drains your immune system. It either builds you up or slowly breaks you down. People want more energy, but they keep eating food that robs them of it. They want more mental strength, but they fill their bodies with sugar and chemicals that dull their focus. They want to feel more alive, but they fill their plates with processed garbage that leaves them feeling heavy and slow. You want to feel better? Eat better. You want to perform better? Fuel better. Stop treating your body like a trash can and expecting it to operate like a high-performance machine. I know it's not easy. You're surrounded by options that make it harder. Fast food on every corner, snacks everywhere, sugar disguised in every drink. But this isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. It's about looking at your plate and asking one question. Is this building me or breaking me? Because every bite is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. You're either choosing energy or exhaustion, discipline or indulgence, long-term strength or short-term pleasure. You want to master your energy? Start in the kitchen. Start at the grocery store. Start by choosing food that actually serves your body. Whole foods, real ingredients, clean sources of protein, water instead of sugar, food that your great-grandparents would recognize, food that hasn't been processed to the point of being unrecognizable. That's where your power comes from. There's a lie people believe, that eating clean is boring, but there's nothing boring about feeling good in your own body. There's nothing boring about waking up without pain or fog. There's nothing boring about having stamina through the day without needing 6 cups of coffee. When you start eating for strength instead of comfort, you become someone different. You become someone stable, focused, clear, someone who can actually follow through, because your body is working with you, not against you. And when you change how you eat, you also change how you think. That's something most people don't understand. Your brain runs on what your body absorbs. If your meals are filled with trash, your thoughts will feel scattered. Your reactions will feel sharper. Your emotions will swing more often. The connection between your food and your mind is not a theory. It's a reality. If your gut is struggling, your brain is struggling. You can't escape that. So stop ignoring it. You can still enjoy food. You can still love what you eat, but love doesn't mean self-destruction. It means choosing meals that make you feel alive, not ones that leave you bloated, tired, and ashamed. You can't build confidence in a body that feels weak, and you can't stay consistent in a body that's inflamed. You have to earn the right to feel strong, and you earn that right with your choices. Eat meals that give you fuel, not crashes. Choose food that supports your hormones, your energy, your clarity. If you're always tired, always distracted, always irritated, don't start with motivation. Start with nutrition. Cut the junk, cut the sugar, cut the excuses. Eat meals you made yourself. Real food. The kind that doesn't come with a barcode. The kind that makes you feel full, not foggy. That's how you take your power back. You don't have to change everything at once. Just start small. Replace the soda with water. Replace the chips with fruit. Cook instead of ordering out. Read the label. Know what's in your food. The more you know, the harder it is to poison yourself out of habit. And the better you eat, the easier it becomes to stay focused, motivated, and mentally strong. Because you're not fighting against your biology anymore. You're fueling it. Nobody's going to do this for you. Your energy is your responsibility. Your health is your choice. Don't wait for a diagnosis. Don't wait until your body breaks down. Don't wait until the damage is done. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to have strength. But you've got to feed that strength with action. This is not about willpower. It's about structure. Keep real food in your house. Prepare your meals in advance. Don't make choices in moments of hunger and fatigue. Build systems that protect your future. Food is not just fuel. It's also momentum. Every clean meal you eat makes it easier to eat the next one. Every time you say no to junk, you're building resilience. You're telling your brain that you are in control now. And when your brain believes that, your life starts to change. Real food does something fake food can't. It keeps you going. It gives you clean energy that lasts. No crashes, no guilt, no fog, just strength that stays with you all day. That's what you need if you're going to build a meaningful life. If you want to build a career, raise a family, stay consistent, stay calm, stay sharp, you need lasting strength. And that doesn't come in a wrapper. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You just need to stop numbing yourself with food that weakens you. You've got goals that matter. You've got work to do. You've got people who count on you. You've got a life to build. Don't give all that up for a moment of taste. Start feeding your body like your future depends on it, because it does. Number 4, choose your thoughts to fuel or drain your spirit. Your life will never rise higher than the quality of your thoughts. Every morning you wake up, you're handed something more powerful than money, more powerful than talent, more powerful than even your circumstances, your mindset. And what you decide to do with your thoughts determines everything. You can build energy with your thoughts, or you can drain it. You can strengthen your spirit, or you can suffocate it. Your thoughts are not background noise. They are commands. And every time you repeat a thought, you're reinforcing a direction for your life. Think about this. If the first thing that enters your mind in the morning is doubt, then everything that follows will be tinted with hesitation. If your first thought is resentment, then your energy will be consumed by what's missing instead of what's possible. But if your first thought is discipline, responsibility, gratitude, then your entire day begins with strength. Most people don't realize they're feeding their exhaustion with their thinking. They keep asking why they feel so tired, so scattered, so low. But they don't question what they're telling themselves every day. You don't need a perfect life to feel powerful. You need better thoughts. You can feel strong in the middle of struggle, but only if you choose thoughts that support your direction. The problem is too many people are passive with their mind. They let it run wild. They let every fear speak, every insecurity speak, every old belief speak, and they don't interrupt it. They don't say, not today. They don't say, that doesn't help me. They just accept it. And when you accept toxic thoughts, you accept a weak spirit. It's not about positive thinking. It's about responsible thinking. It's about recognizing that every thought is either a weapon or a wound. Every thought is either building you up or breaking you down. And if you want to live with strength, you've got to get intentional about what you allow to live in your head. You can't wait until life is perfect to think clearly. You've got to think clearly so you can handle life when it isn't. You have to understand, your brain listens to you. It listens when you tell it, you're not good enough. It listens when you say things never work out. It listens when you say you'll never change. And the more you speak those things, the more they become the structure of your life. But it also listens when you say you're not quitting today. It listens when you say you're ready to grow. It listens when you remind yourself that pain is temporary and discipline leads somewhere. Your spirit can be fueled by nothing more than a shift in thought. So here's the truth. If you're mentally tired, emotionally drained, spiritually disconnected, look at the script you're running in your head. What are you repeating? What are you reinforcing? What are you rehearsing? Because your life starts with what you tell yourself about yourself. And if you keep telling yourself the worst, then the worst is all you'll feel, no matter how much you try to push forward. You can't outwork a self-sabotaging mind. You have to correct the thinking first. You've got dreams. You've got goals. You've got a version of yourself that you haven't even met yet. But you can't reach that version if you keep dragging old, tired, negative thoughts into every day. You've got to choose differently. Not once, but constantly. Because thoughts don't stay in place. They either grow or fade. And if you're not feeding the right ones, you're reinforcing the wrong ones. Start with one decision. Choose thoughts that serve your future, not your fear. That doesn't mean lying to yourself. That means being honest in a way that empowers you. If you failed yesterday, don't say I'm a failure. Say I'm learning how to win. If things are hard right now, don't say this will never end. Say this is where I build endurance. That small shift can change everything. Because now your thoughts are fueling your drive, not killing it. If you speak weakness to yourself long enough, you begin to feel weak in every situation. You start pulling back. You start second guessing. You start hesitating. That hesitation steals your energy. It drains your confidence. And before long, you're not even trying anymore. You're just surviving. But when you speak strength to yourself, even in difficulty, something changes. Your body responds. Your decisions get clearer. You start showing up again. Not because the storm disappeared, but because your thoughts created clarity. The world isn't going to slow down to make you feel better. Life won't pause to help you find motivation. You've got to generate that from the inside. And that starts with choosing thoughts that lift, not thoughts that lie. You are more capable than you think, but you'll never touch that capability if you keep drowning it in negative self-talk. You've got to protect your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. Everything you do begins in that space, and what you allow in there determines whether you rise or collapse. It's easy to let old thoughts come back. It's easy to let other people's opinions become your internal voice. But you've got to catch it. You've got to be the one who interrupts the pattern. You've got to say no more of that, because that voice doesn't belong to the person you're becoming. It belongs to the version of you that was stuck, that was scared, that didn't know better, and now you do. If you want your spirit to stay strong, you have to feed it the right language. Just like your body needs clean food, your mind needs clean thoughts, encouragement, discipline, self-respect, honesty, reminders of how far you've come, reminders of what you still can do. That's fuel. That's what keeps you moving when everything around you says stop. That's what keeps your light on when the room goes dark. You are not your thoughts, but your thoughts shape your identity. So choose carefully. Be selective. Be fierce about what you allow. Because when your thinking is aligned with your mission, there's nothing outside of you that can shut you down. Not people, not pressure, not setbacks, nothing. You don't need to wait for inspiration. You need to think thoughts that create it. You don't need to wait for confidence. You need to speak to yourself like you're worth believing in. You don't need permission to feel powerful. You just need to stop choosing thoughts that leave you powerless. If you can train your mind, you can change your life. You can rewrite the story. You can shift the direction. You can reignite the fire. But it starts now. It starts with one thought, one choice, and then another. Choose thoughts that build. Choose thoughts that serve. Choose thoughts that make your spirit unshakable. Number 5. Move your body regularly to ignite your inner drive. There is a fire inside you waiting to be lit, and movement is the match that sets it ablaze. Your body was never designed to stay still. Stillness may be comfortable, but it's not your natural state. The truth is, your energy isn't gone. It's just locked. It's trapped in your muscles, your lungs, your bones, waiting for permission to break free. And every time you sit too long, hesitate too long, wait too long, you bury your drive deeper beneath the surface. You don't need more motivation. You need momentum. You need action. Because when your body starts moving, your spirit starts remembering what it's capable of. You've felt it before, that moment when your blood starts pumping, your breath deepens, your heart beats louder. That's not just your body working. That's your power waking up. That's your inner drive shaking off the rust. But most people don't reach that state anymore. They're stuck in habits that keep them passive. They scroll, they sit, they delay. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, unmotivated, disconnected from their own potential. What you do with your body changes what you believe about yourself. If you move with intention, you build belief. If you stay inactive, you train your mind to expect weakness. You teach yourself that fatigue is normal, that low energy is acceptable, that feeling flat is just a part of life. But it's not. It's a signal. It's your body begging you to use it, to stretch, to sweat, to lift, to walk, to train. Not for aesthetics, not for ego, but for your spirit. Because movement isn't just physical, it's psychological. Every time you push your body to do something uncomfortable, your mind follows. You build discipline. You build confidence. You tell yourself, if I can do this, I can handle what's coming. You stop avoiding the hard things, and you start meeting them head on. That's what movement gives you. It gives you yourself back. It reminds you that you're not powerless, that you're not lazy by nature, that your drive isn't gone. It's just been sleeping under the weight of your inaction. When you feel stuck mentally, don't think more, move more. When the day feels heavy, don't sink into it, rise with it. Take control of your state by taking control of your body. You don't need a gym. You don't need an expensive routine. You need a decision. You need to stand up, move forward, and get your blood moving. It's in that moment that you reclaim your edge, not because everything outside changes, but because everything inside shifts. Think about this. Every challenge you're facing right now becomes more manageable when your body feels alive. Every goal feels more within reach when your physical energy matches your mental vision. But when your body feels drained, even simple tasks feel like mountains. So if you want to master your days, you need to engage your physical power every single day. Not once in a while. Not just when it's convenient. Every day, no matter what. And it's not just about productivity. It's about freedom. Movement gives you the freedom to show up fully, to release stress instead of storing it, to break patterns instead of repeating them, to interrupt fear instead of submitting to it. When you move your body, you disrupt the rhythm of hesitation. You break through the fog. You open up space for clarity. You stop being a prisoner of your own habits and start becoming the architect of your own momentum. This isn't theory, it's reality. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to move with purpose. Start with a stretch. Start with a walk. Start with anything that reminds you that you are not a machine. You are a force. You were built to act. You were built to strive. You were built to chase, to push, to sweat. That's when your instincts come alive. That's when your confidence grows. That's when your inner drive turns from a whisper into a roar. So when life gets loud with stress, move your body. When your vision gets cloudy, move your body. When your energy dips, move your body. That's your power switch. You don't have to wait to feel better. You can move until you do. And as you do, your mind catches up. Your thoughts become clearer. Your doubts lose their grip, and your will becomes stronger than your excuses. There's something powerful that happens when you move with intensity. Even if only for a few minutes, you send a message to your brain that says, I'm still here. I'm still in control. I'm still capable of progress. You ignite something primal, the drive to fight, to grow, to evolve. And that drive doesn't disappear when you stop moving. It stays. It builds. It shapes your decisions, your attitude, your energy. It keeps your engine running even when life tries to stall you. You don't need to move perfectly. You just need to move consistently. You don't need to follow a plan. You just need to follow your decision. Because your body is always ready. It's your mind that needs reminding. And every time you move, you remind it that you're not done yet, that you've got more in the tank, that your story isn't finished, that your fire isn't out. Your inner drive is not a mystery. It's a response, a reaction. It reacts to what you do, not what you feel like doing. So stop waiting for motivation. Create it, generate it, activate it through movement, through effort, through action. That's how you shift from being stuck to being strong. If you want your future to look different, start with your body. Start with 5 minutes of purpose. Start with intensity. Start with movement that wakes you up. Then repeat it day after day until it becomes part of who you are. Because it's not just a routine. It's a ritual of power. And every time you show up for yourself, even in small ways, you stack proof that you are committed to your own greatness. The world doesn't owe you energy. You have to create it. And that starts now. Move. Move with intention. Move like your life depends on it. Because it does. Not the life others see, but the life you feel. The life that drives your purpose. The life that reminds you that you're alive, that you're powerful, that you're still in the fight. Now's the time. Not later. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Now your body is waiting for you to wake it up. Your fire is waiting for you to feed it. So move and let everything inside you rise. Number 6. Set clear priorities to save energy for what matters. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because you're doing too much of what doesn't matter. Every single day, your energy is leaking. Not because you're weak, but because your focus is scattered. You're pulled in every direction, trying to be everything to everyone, constantly responding to what's urgent instead of what's important. And over time, that drains you. Not just physically, it depletes your clarity, your momentum, your passion, until one day you look up and wonder why you feel lost, numb, or frustrated. Even though you've been busy the whole time. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. You need boundaries around your priorities, like your future depends on it, because it does. The truth is, not everything deserves your attention. Not everyone deserves your energy. And the faster you realize that, the faster your life starts to align with what actually fulfills you. Imagine how much progress you could make if you stopped wasting your mental strength on things that don't move your life forward. Think about it. How many hours have you spent responding to people who don't respect your time? How much energy have you given to arguments that don't matter? How many times have you said yes when you knew you needed to say no? Every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to something that could have changed your life. That's the cost of not having priorities. It's not just lost time. It's lost opportunity. It's missed breakthroughs. It's dreams delayed. It's potential left untouched. That's why clarity is power, because when you know what actually matters, you stop tolerating what doesn't. The people who rise, the ones who break through, they don't do more. They do less, but they do it with more intensity, more purpose, and more focus. They don't chase everything. They eliminate ruthlessly. They understand that saying no isn't selfish. It's essential, because energy is a limited currency. And if you don't spend it wisely, you'll be bankrupt long before you ever reach your goals. Start asking yourself, what is truly essential? What fuels your growth, your peace, your future? And once you know that, protect it like your life depends on it. Block out the noise. Decline the obligations that drain you. Remove the temptations that blur your path. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's maturity. That's leadership over your own life. This isn't about becoming rigid. It's about becoming precise. When you wake up knowing what deserves your energy, you move differently. You walk with purpose. You talk with clarity. You stop second guessing. You stop overcommitting. You stop handing your time to people who would never value it the way you do. Too many people are stuck in emotional chaos because they've never taken the time to set internal priorities. They react to everything. They're overwhelmed by everyone. They confuse activity with progress. But until you choose what comes first in your life, until you draw a hard line between what you need and what you merely tolerate, you'll continue to feel scattered. So set your priorities with intention. What are your non-negotiables? What goals demand your daily attention? What people deserve your best self? When you get that clear, you don't have to guess where your energy goes. You place it with purpose. You conserve it for what drives your mission. You stop wasting it on nonsense that only satisfies temporary feelings or other people's expectations. This kind of discipline doesn't come easy, but it's worth everything. Because once you start saying no to distractions, your mind gets lighter, your schedule gets tighter, your outcomes get better. Suddenly, you're not running in circles anymore. You're walking a straight path. Every step you take counts. Every hour you invest compounds. And you start to feel something rare in today's world. Peace. Not because life is easy, but because you're finally aligned. You're no longer split between 1,000 demands. You've chosen your focus. And with that focus, your strength multiplies. Don't be afraid to disappoint people. Disappointing others is part of choosing yourself. It's part of honoring your mission. Not everyone will understand your priorities, and that's okay. They don't need to. They don't see your vision the way you do, and they don't carry your dreams the way you must. You don't owe explanations. You owe results. You owe yourself progress. And that only comes when you stop scattering your energy. You were not born to do everything. You were born to do the right things, with relentless clarity and unshakable discipline. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to what builds you. Every time you walk away from meaningless noise, you walk closer to your purpose. So if you've been feeling stuck, confused, or tired, this is your wake-up call. It's not that you can't do more. It's that you need to do less, better. Not everything is urgent. Not every invitation needs a response. Not every task deserves your energy. Your life will not explode if you focus on fewer things with more intensity. In fact, it will finally begin to make sense. The freedom you're searching for is on the other side of decision. Decide what matters most. Then build your life around it, not the other way around. You are allowed to prioritize your growth. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to choose a life that aligns with your purpose, even if no one claps for you, even if nobody gets it, because the only one who has to live with the consequences of your choices is you. So make choices that serve your future. Make choices that energize you. Make choices that eliminate regret before it's too late. This is your moment to reclaim your energy. Stop giving it to chaos. Stop giving it to distraction. Choose what fuels you. Choose what sharpens you. Choose what builds you into who you were meant to become. That's how you win. That's how you lead. That's how you rise. Number 7. Eliminate toxic relationships that drain your emotional energy. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay, and some people are the reason you feel tired, anxious, and stuck. You can be eating clean, working hard, meditating daily, and still feel emotionally exhausted. And it's not because of you. It's because of who you're allowing into your energy. There are people who smile in your face while draining your spirit in silence. People who disguise criticism as advice. People who mask control as love. And if you keep tolerating their presence, their chaos becomes your emotional baseline. You weren't born to be anyone's emotional punching bag. You weren't built to carry the weight of people who refuse to carry themselves. Yet somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself that loyalty meant self-destruction, that staying close to those who hurt you somehow made you strong. But that's not strength. That's self-abandonment. And it's time to let that lie go. Every toxic relationship you hold on to delays your healing. Every interaction with someone who drains your emotional reserves chips away at your peace, your power, your self-worth. You don't have to scream. You don't need revenge. You just need to walk away, quietly, fully, and for good. Because protecting your peace is not rude. It's responsible. It's wise. And it's overdue. You already know who I'm talking about. You've been excusing their behavior for years, saying they mean well while swallowing your needs, saying they've been through a lot while minimizing the damage they keep causing, and saying I don't want to lose them even though they've already cost you so much. But what if the price of keeping them close is your own growth? What if staying in their orbit means you'll never reach escape velocity toward the life you deserve? Ask yourself, when you hang up the phone, do you feel drained or uplifted? When you share your wins, do they celebrate or compete? When you open up, do they listen or redirect everything back to themselves? The answers are already inside you. You don't need more signs. You need more courage. See, emotional energy is not infinite. It's sacred. And the wrong people treat it like it's disposable. They'll guilt trip you into staying, gaslight you into thinking you're the problem, and blame you when you finally create distance. But their reaction is not your responsibility. Your well-being is. Your emotional health is. And that means you must be willing to do what's hard in order to feel whole again. Letting go doesn't mean you hate them. It means you love yourself enough to stop shrinking. It means you've finally had enough of one-sided conversations, conditional love, and support that disappears when you need it most. Because you deserve reciprocity. You deserve connection that feels like healing, not a battlefield. And here's the truth. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. No grand farewell, no emotional outburst, just silence, distance, closure that comes from your own decision, not their permission. Because waiting for toxic people to suddenly change is like waiting for a storm to apologize. It never will. You owe it to your future to disconnect from what keeps pulling you back. You can't build a new life with people who are addicted to the old you. You can't grow beside someone who's afraid of your evolution. And you can't thrive while tiptoeing around someone's moods, opinions, or manipulation. When you release toxicity, something incredible happens. You remember who you were before the chaos. You reclaim the energy that was once used to over-explain, overthink, and overcompensate. You stop seeking validation from people who never had the capacity to see your value. You start showing up for yourself in ways they never could. You begin to breathe differently, to walk taller, to make decisions without second guessing. That's what freedom feels like. That's what inner strength sounds like. And it's available to you the moment you decide you're no longer available for people who don't bring peace into your life. Think about how different your life would be if your inner circle reflected your future instead of your fears. What would change if the voices around you lifted you higher instead of pulling you into drama? What would become possible if you were surrounded by people who respected your boundaries, honored your dreams, and loved you without conditions? It's not a fantasy, it's a choice. You can have that. But not if you keep choosing comfort over growth. Not if you stay loyal to dysfunction. Not if you confuse history with destiny. You don't owe anyone access to your spirit just because they knew you before you started healing. This is your moment to get honest. Who adds value to your life? Who do you feel more alive around? Who gives as much as they take? Those are your people. Build with them. Water those roots. Let everyone else fall away. Protecting your emotional energy is not selfish. It's survival. And it's also the foundation of everything meaningful. Your peace, your health, your focus, your confidence. You can't be who you're meant to be if you're constantly recovering from people who don't deserve to be close to you. Make the decision that the old version of you would have been afraid to make. Release the ones who only show up when it's convenient. Walk away from those who thrive on your confusion. Free yourself from the patterns that keep you circling the same lessons. Because real growth begins the moment you stop apologizing for choosing yourself. Number 8. Practice deep breathing to calm your mind instantly. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do isn't to fight, run, or fix. It's simply to breathe. In a world that never stops moving, where your mind is constantly racing with what's next, what went wrong, and what could go wrong, most people don't even realize how deeply they've forgotten the most natural thing in the world. Breathing. Not shallow survival breathing, but deep, intentional, soul-grounding breathing that reconnects you with clarity and control in just a few seconds. Think about the last time you truly paused. Not to check your phone, not to scroll through someone else's life, not to think your way out of another problem, but to simply sit still and inhale fully. Most people don't. Most people live in a constant low-grade panic, always rushing, always on edge, always overwhelmed. But there is a switch right inside of you that can calm your nervous system, reset your focus, and bring peace into your bloodstream. And that switch is your breath. When you slow your breath, you slow your thoughts. When you slow your thoughts, you regain perspective. And when you regain perspective, you stop reacting and start choosing. That's power. That's presence. That's peace. And it starts with something you've had all along. Breath. Let me tell you something most people never hear. You are not your anxiety. You are not your overthinking. You are not the chaos around you. You are the awareness behind all of it. You are the stillness underneath the storm. And when you learn to breathe deeply, not occasionally, but regularly, you begin to break the trance of panic and overwhelm that has ruled your life for too long. Imagine this. You wake up and before reaching for your phone, you sit up, close your eyes and take one deep breath in. You hold it. You feel it expand your chest, your lungs, your body. Then you exhale slowly, deliberately, fully. And for just a moment, you feel your shoulders drop. You feel your heart rate slow. You feel like you're back in the driver's seat. That moment. That's not magic. That's you. Remembering your power. You don't need a vacation. You don't need someone else to fix everything. You don't need perfect circumstances. What you need is to master your inner space. To learn that deep breathing isn't a luxury. It's a tool. It's a form of emotional discipline. Because every time you take control of your breath, you're reminding your mind, I'm not in danger. I'm not drowning. I'm here. I'm capable. I'm calm. Most people only breathe deeply when they cry, panic, or collapse in exhaustion. But what if you trained yourself to breathe deeply before the breakdown? What if you chose to breathe when stress creeps in, when emotions flare, when doubt knocks on your door? That would change everything, because you'd no longer be reacting out of fear. You'd be responding from clarity. Here's the truth. Your breath is the bridge between your body and your brain. And when you control it, you regulate your entire experience. Deep breathing sends signals to your nervous system that you are safe. It lowers cortisol. It grounds your thoughts. It silences the noise in your head long enough for wisdom to rise. Think about how many arguments could have been avoided, how many bad decisions could have been paused, how many regrets you could have escaped, if only you took one deep breath before acting. That's the kind of power you unlock when you practice conscious breathing. It becomes your reset button, your anchor, your sanctuary. And you don't need special equipment. You don't need an app. You don't need a retreat. All you need is to pause. Inhale through your nose slowly for 4 counts. Hold it for 4. Then exhale through your mouth for 6. Do it again, and again, and again. You're not just calming yourself. You're training your brain to stop letting chaos take the wheel. Don't underestimate this. Deep breathing has been used by warriors before battle, monks in meditation, and elite athletes before the moment of truth. Why? Because it works. Because breath is the gateway to focus, and focus is the gateway to power, and power. It's what separates those who panic from those who prevail. Every time you feel anxious, ask yourself, when was the last time I took a real breath? not the kind that barely moves your chest. I mean a real breath, one that fills your body with presence and sends a message to your mind. We are not in danger. We are in control. If your thoughts are spiraling, if your day feels out of hand, if life feels like too much, don't numb it. Don't run. Don't snap. Just breathe. You are not helpless. You are not broken. You are simply disconnected from your center. And that connection is just one breath away. Your breath is the one thing you carry from birth to death. It's always been there, quietly keeping you alive. But when you give it attention, when you use it, it becomes a weapon for peace, a sword against stress, a path back to yourself. Don't wait for life to calm down before you feel calm. Don't wait for the world to slow down before you slow your breath. Start now. Practice today. Make it your habit, your ritual, your reflex. Because if you want to lead a powerful life, you must learn to master your inner world. And that mastery begins with breath. So the next time your heart races, your thoughts swirl, or your emotions take over, stop. Close your eyes. Number 9. Challenge yourself daily to build mental and physical stamina. If you want to transform your life, you must stop playing it safe every single day. Comfort zones are silent killers of potential. They lull your mind and body into stagnation, whispering lies that you're enough, as you are, that pushing harder isn't necessary. But the truth is, growth demands discomfort. Strength is forged in resistance. Mental and physical stamina don't appear by chance. They are earned day by day, challenge by challenge. Think about a time you felt truly alive. Was it when everything was easy? When you coasted through your day without a hitch? Or was it during moments when you pushed past your limits? When your muscles burned, your mind screamed to stop, and yet you kept going. That is the essence of stamina. A relentless refusal to quit, no matter how hard it gets. Your mind is like a muscle. If you never test its limits, it weakens. It becomes fragile and vulnerable to stress, doubt, and fear. The same goes for your body. Without challenge, it loses resilience. You feel tired sooner, your confidence dips, and every obstacle feels like a mountain. Imagine waking up every day with the intention to challenge yourself, not just in big, dramatic ways, but in small, consistent steps. Maybe it's adding one more push-up than yesterday. Maybe it's sitting with discomfort instead of scrolling social media to escape. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting even though your heart races. Each challenge, no matter how small, rewires your brain and strengthens your will. The power of daily challenge lies not in the challenge itself, but in the ritual of showing up for it. It's in the message you send to yourself every morning. I am capable. I am tough. I am not afraid to grow. Over time, these moments stack, building an unbreakable foundation of stamina that carries you through life's toughest storms. There will be days when your body screams for rest and your mind begs for escape. Those are the moments that define you. When you choose to push forward anyway, you tell yourself and the world that you will not be controlled by discomfort, that you are stronger than your excuses. Mental stamina is what keeps you focused when distractions pull at every fiber of your attention. It's what helps you stay grounded when doubt clouds your vision. Building it requires practice. Practicing discipline, patience, and resilience, like a craftsman honing his skills. Physical stamina is the tangible proof of your commitment to yourself. It is the sweat on your brow after a workout, the steady beat of your heart after a run, the steady breath after climbing a flight of stairs without gasping. These signs remind you daily that your body can do far more than you give it credit for. Most people wait for motivation to strike. They wait to feel ready or inspired. But motivation is fleeting. Stamina, however, is built in the trenches of consistency, especially when you don't feel like it. It is cultivated in the moments when you act, because you said you would, not because you feel like it. Challenge yourself daily not to punish your body or mind, but to awaken their fullest potential. It's not about beating yourself down. It's about building yourself up with intentional effort. Each challenge is a gift you give to your future self, a deposit in your personal bank of strength and confidence. Consider the legends of endurance, athletes, thinkers, warriors. They all share one trait, the habit of showing up every day and pushing just a little further. This isn't about giant leaps. It's about steady progress. One small victory after another, compounding into unstoppable momentum. Ask yourself, what challenge will you face today? How will you test your limits? Will you choose to let fatigue dictate your choices? Or will you decide to build resilience that lasts a lifetime? Your answer will shape not just this day, but the person you become. Remember, growth is uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. But every uncomfortable step you take is a step closer to mastery over your mind and body. It's a declaration that you refuse to settle for less than your true potential. If you want your life to change, you must become comfortable being uncomfortable. This means learning to love the struggle, embracing the grind, and welcoming the challenge as a friend, not an enemy. Because on the other side of every challenge lies a stronger, wiser, more capable you. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the discipline to challenge your limits daily. It's the key to unlocking energy, passion, and confidence that fuels every area of your life. Without stamina, dreams remain distant. With it, dreams become reality. Start today. Set a challenge that scares you a little. Push through the resistance. When your mind tells you to quit, remind yourself why you started. When your body wants to give up, remember that pain is temporary, but the strength you build will last forever. No one else can do this for you. The power to grow your stamina lies solely in your hands. Each day you refuse to settle. You break the chains of weakness that have held you back. Each day you choose challenge over comfort. You rewrite your story from one of limitation to one of limitless potential. You owe it to yourself to become the person who never gives up, who never backs down, who moves forward no matter the obstacles. This is the secret to lasting success. This is how you build a life that is not just survived, but fiercely lived. So rise up now. Challenge your mind. Challenge your body. Build a stamina so strong that no setback can shake you, no fear can hold you, and no excuse can silence your drive. Your future self is waiting. Stronger, braver, unstoppable. Take the first step today and never look back. Number 10. Say no firmly to distractions that steal your focus. If you don't learn to say no to what steals your focus, you will spend your life giving away your power without even realizing it. Distractions aren't just minor annoyances. They are the silent thieves of your dreams. Every notification, every irrelevant conversation, every unnecessary task chips away at your attention, leaving you exhausted and stuck. The problem is, most people never realize how many moments slip through their fingers each day because they can't say no firmly and protect their focus. Imagine your focus as a precious resource, like energy or time. What would happen if you gave it away freely, without boundaries? You would have nothing left for what truly matters. Your goals, your passions, your purpose. Yet so many fall into this trap. Saying yes to distractions feels easier. It feels polite. It feels like being available, but every yes to a distraction is a no to your future. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It's not about being rude or selfish. It's about creating boundaries that safeguard your potential. Saying no firmly and without hesitation protects your mind from wandering, your energy from draining, and your progress from stalling. There was a time I thought I had to say yes to everything, every request, every invitation, every small interruption. I thought being agreeable meant being successful. But what I discovered was the opposite. The more I said yes to distractions, the more scattered my mind became. My goals slipped further away. I was running in circles, exhausted, but nowhere close to where I wanted to be. Then I made a decision to change. I started saying no firmly, without guilt or apology. At first it was uncomfortable. People didn't always like it. I faced resistance, even from myself, but slowly, something incredible happened. My focus sharpened, my productivity soared, the chaos in my mind quieted. I found clarity and control over my life. This isn't about denying yourself pleasure or connection. It's about choosing what deserves your attention and energy. Every distraction you allow is a choice. You hold the power to decide what gets in and what stays out. Your time is your life, and saying no is the gatekeeper that guards it fiercely. Think about your day. How many times does your attention get pulled away? How often do you find yourself drifting into tasks that don't align with your goals? The moment you commit to saying no firmly, you start reclaiming those stolen moments. You create space for deep work, for rest, for growth. There is strength in refusal. Saying no is an act of respect for yourself. It tells your mind, you are important. Your dreams are important. It creates a mental fortress that distractions cannot penetrate. You build momentum when you protect your focus, and momentum is the fuel of achievement. Saying no firmly requires practice. It means recognizing what distracts you and valuing what drives you. It means resisting the urge to be constantly on for others at the expense of your own priorities. Each no is a statement of who you are becoming. Someone who respects their time and refuses to be controlled by external chaos. When distraction knocks, you don't have to answer. You get to choose. You can say no with kindness and conviction. You can silence the noise and redirect your attention to what matters most. This choice transforms your productivity and your peace of mind. Some distractions are disguised as urgent or important. They scream for your attention, but they carry no value for your true goals. The ability to distinguish between what demands your energy and what drains it is a secret weapon. Saying no firmly to distractions is the only way to preserve your mental clarity and push forward with unstoppable force. You don't need more hours in your day. You need fewer distractions. The difference is radical. When you cut out the noise, you unleash the power of sustained focus. You create a life where your actions align with your highest ambitions. Every time you say no to a distraction, you say yes to yourself. You choose growth over comfort, progress over procrastination, intention over habit. This small but powerful habit rewires your brain to protect your attention, like the most valuable asset it is. Your future depends on your ability to defend your focus right now. Imagine what you could accomplish if you protected your mind fiercely every single day. Imagine the goals you could reach, the skills you could master, the person you could become. It won't always be easy. The pull of distractions is strong, but the freedom on the other side of saying no firmly is worth every moment of discomfort. You don't owe anyone your attention. You owe it to yourself to stay on your path with relentless focus. Start by noticing where your attention leaks, then say no clearly and without hesitation. Build this muscle daily until protecting your focus becomes second nature. Watch as your energy multiplies, your confidence rises, and your dreams move closer. You have a choice every time distraction appears. Choose yourself. Choose focus. Choose to say no firmly, and watch how your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Take control today. Protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Your most powerful self is waiting on the other side of every no you say. Step into your strength and never look back. Number 11. Surround yourself with positive people who lift you up. The people you spend the most time with have the power to shape your destiny. So choose them wisely, because your energy is contagious, and it will either lift you or weigh you down. Have you ever noticed how one conversation with the right person can change your entire day? How a simple encouragement can ignite a spark you thought had died, or how a single toxic interaction can drain your spirit and leave you doubting everything. The truth is, the company you keep influences your mindset more than you realize. The energy, the beliefs, and the attitudes around you become the soil in which your own thoughts and actions grow. If the soil is rich and nourishing, your dreams flourish. If it's poisoned or barren, your growth is stunted. Let me tell you about a moment that changed everything for me. I was stuck in a cycle of negativity, surrounded by people who doubted my potential, who laughed at my ambitions, and who made me feel small without even trying. Every attempt to push forward felt like swimming upstream against a storm. I was exhausted, discouraged, and ready to give up. Then I met someone who saw a different version of me, someone who believed in my strength, even when I didn't. Their belief was like a lifeline, a steady hand pulling me out of the darkness. They lifted me up without judgment, challenged me to be better, and celebrated every small victory. That connection became the turning point, the catalyst that transformed my life. Surrounding yourself with positive people isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating a network of support that fuels your courage and resilience. When you spend time with those who inspire you, challenge you constructively, and celebrate your growth, your own mindset shifts. Optimism becomes natural, motivation turns into action, and setbacks become lessons rather than roadblocks. It's important to recognize that positive people don't just tolerate your flaws. They encourage your progress and help you confront your fears. They hold you accountable, push you beyond your comfort zone, and remind you of your worth when your own voice falters. Their energy is contagious because they operate from a place of abundance, believing in possibilities rather than limitations. This kind of environment accelerates your growth in ways you never thought possible. Think about the last time you left a conversation feeling energized, hopeful, and clear-minded. That feeling didn't come from chance. It was the result of being around someone who genuinely cares about your well-being and success. Positive influences act like a mirror, reflecting your best self back to you, helping you see potential where you once saw only struggle. On the other hand, draining relationships act like quicksand, pulling you deeper into doubt and fear. They consume your energy with constant criticism, jealousy, or negativity. No matter how much you try to swim, you find yourself sinking further. These connections are often disguised as loyalty or familiarity, but they quietly sabotage your dreams and dull your shine. Recognizing when to distance yourself from such energy is a crucial step in reclaiming your power. Building a circle that lifts you up requires courage and intentionality. It means being selective about who you allow into your inner world. It means seeking out those who share your values, who inspire your best qualities, and who will stand beside you when challenges arise. Sometimes it means leaving behind people who have been part of your life for years, but no longer serve your highest good. Positive relationships are a source of strength that will carry you through the toughest days. They remind you that you are not alone in your journey, that others believe in your vision, and that together you can rise higher than you ever imagined. They help you develop a mindset focused on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities instead of obstacles. Imagine the power of daily encouragement from people who see your greatness even when you don't. How much faster would you reach your goals if you had a team cheering you on, holding you accountable, and pushing you forward? This is the difference between trying to climb a mountain alone and having a guide who knows the path and believes in your ability to reach the summit. Investing in positive relationships isn't just about receiving, it's about giving. When you surround yourself with uplifting people, you also become a source of light for them. This mutual exchange creates a ripple effect of positivity that touches every area of your life. You become stronger, more confident, and more resilient because you are supported by a tribe that cares deeply about your success. If you feel stuck or overwhelmed, take a moment to evaluate your relationships. Are the people around you helping you grow or holding you back? Are they filling your cup or draining your energy? This honest assessment is the first step toward transformation. Then start seeking out those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who believe in your potential without hesitation. The journey to surround yourself with positive influences may not always be easy. It requires boundaries, sometimes difficult conversations, and the willingness to let go of comfort zones. But the reward is priceless, a life filled with encouragement, strength, and unwavering support. You have the power to create the environment you deserve. Choose to build a circle that raises you higher. Choose to spend your time with those who believe in your dreams and inspire your courage. Your growth depends on it. Now is the time to take action. Reach out to someone who lifts you up. Seek new connections that challenge and inspire you. Protect your energy by distancing from those who drain it. You deserve a life surrounded by positivity and hope. Remember, your tribe shapes your vibe. When you surround yourself with people who lift you up, you create a life where success, happiness, and fulfillment are not just possible but inevitable. Take this step today and watch how your world transforms in ways you never thought possible. The people you choose to surround yourself with are the key to unlocking the best version of you. Choose wisely and rise unstoppable. Number 12. Take regular breaks to recharge your focus and strength. If you keep pushing without pause, you will break. But the real power lies in knowing when to stop, recharge, and come back stronger than ever. Imagine your mind and body as a powerful engine designed to fuel your dreams. But what happens when that engine runs non-stop? day after day, without any rest. It overheats, loses efficiency, and eventually grinds to a halt. You've been taught to hustle hard, to grind until success comes knocking. But there's a hidden truth the busiest, most successful people understand deeply. The secret to sustained focus and strength is taking regular breaks. I remember a time when I was convinced that taking a break was a sign of weakness. I would push through exhaustion, convinced that if I stopped, everything would fall apart. But the harder I pushed, the more mistakes I made, the more drained I felt, and the more distant my goals seemed. Then I learned to respect the pause. I started giving myself permission to step back, breathe, and reset. And suddenly, my productivity soared, my clarity sharpened, and the weight of overwhelm lifted. Breaks are not just pauses, they are vital resets. They act like a mental reboot, clearing out the clutter of stress, distraction, and fatigue. When you give your brain this rest, it refreshes your focus, enhances creativity, and allows you to tackle challenges with renewed vigor. Without these intentional moments of rest, your mind becomes foggy, your energy wanes, and your motivation fades. Think about how nature works. Trees don't keep growing non-stop. They go through seasons of rest to build strength for the next cycle. Your mind and body are no different. They need recovery to maintain peak performance. This isn't about laziness. It's about strategy, wisdom, and self-care. The quality of your breaks matters more than the quantity. A quick walk outside, a moment of deep breathing, or simply closing your eyes and letting your thoughts drift can reset your entire day. These small acts interrupt the cycle of stress and overwhelm, giving your nervous system a chance to calm down and your focus to sharpen. Many people make the mistake of taking breaks that aren't truly restful, scrolling endlessly through social media, binge-watching shows, or mindlessly snacking may feel like downtime, but they don't recharge your focus. Instead, they create more distractions and drain your mental energy further. Real breaks are about stepping away from the source of fatigue and allowing your mind to rejuvenate in a meaningful way. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling guilty for resting. Society glorifies busyness as a measure of success, but this is a dangerous lie. Overworking is a fast track to burnout, anxiety, and chronic exhaustion. The most successful people don't work harder. They work smarter, and that means knowing when to stop and recharge. The moment you start resisting breaks, telling yourself you don't have time, or pushing through because you have to, you are stealing from your own future success. Your focus becomes fractured, your decisions lose clarity, and your physical energy declines. The impact isn't immediate, but it's inevitable. Imagine how different your life would be if you honored your need for rest as much as you honor your drive to succeed. You would move through your day with sharper focus, tackle problems with fresh eyes, and recover quickly from setbacks. Your strength wouldn't just be physical, it would be mental and emotional resilience that carries you through anything life throws at you. Breaks also fuel creativity. When you step away from a problem, your subconscious mind keeps working behind the scenes. Many breakthroughs happen not while forcing answers, but in moments of calm and rest. Taking regular breaks allows those aha moments to surface, unlocking solutions you might never find when you're running on empty. In practical terms, this means scheduling breaks as non-negotiable parts of your day. Set a timer if you must. Work intensely for a focused period, then pause fully. No multitasking, no distractions. Get up, stretch, hydrate, or simply close your eyes. Train yourself to see these breaks as critical work toward your goals, not interruptions. If you struggle with guilt during rest, reframe your thinking. Remind yourself that a well-rested mind is a weapon against failure. Each break you take is an investment in your ability to perform at your best, to think clearly, and to persevere relentlessly. When you respect your limits, you multiply your capacity. Your body will also thank you. Chronic stress and fatigue wear down your immune system, increase the risk of illness, and impair recovery. Regular breaks help regulate your stress response, balance hormones, and restore physical strength. The better you care for yourself in these small moments, the stronger and more resilient you become over time. Don't wait for burnout or exhaustion to force you to rest. Take control now. Make breaks a daily habit, and watch how your focus sharpens, your energy returns, and your confidence grows. You are not less productive when you rest, you are more powerful. Picture yourself at the end of a long day, still energized, still clear-headed, still ready to take on tomorrow with renewed strength. This is not a fantasy. It's the result of mastering the art of pause. The choice is yours. Keep pushing until you break, or learn to rest so you can rise higher every day. Your success depends on it. Take this moment to commit. Schedule your breaks. Protect your energy fiercely. Respect your limits as much as your ambition. When you do, you'll unlock a wellspring of focus and strength you never thought possible. Now is the time to honor yourself with the breaks you deserve. Recharge, reset, and return stronger. Your future self will thank you. Number 13. Hydrate often to keep your energy flowing smoothly. If you think success is about willpower alone, you're missing one of the simplest, most powerful tools to keep your energy alive every single day. Water. Your body is a living machine, a complex system designed to move, think, and create. But without enough water, it's like running a high-performance engine on empty. Your energy slows, your focus dims, and every task feels heavier than it should. You've been ignoring the fuel that flows through your veins, and it's time to change that. I remember a day when exhaustion hit me like a wall. I was dragging through my work, struggling to concentrate, and feeling that sinking weight of burnout creeping in. Then I realized I hadn't drunk nearly enough water all day, just a simple glass. And slowly, the fog lifted. My thoughts cleared. My energy returned. And I was reminded how powerful hydration really is. Water isn't just about quenching thirst. It's the lifeblood that carries oxygen to your brain, regulates your body temperature, flushes out toxins, and lubricates your joints. Without it, every system in your body begins to fail, quietly and relentlessly. Dehydration might start small: headaches, irritability, sluggishness, but left unchecked, it cripples your ability to perform at your best. Most people underestimate how much water their body really needs. You think a quick sip here and there is enough, but that's far from the truth. Your brain itself is over 70% water. Imagine trying to think clearly when it's slowly drying out. Your muscles are mostly water too, which is why dehydration leads to cramps and fatigue. Your energy doesn't just dip, it collapses because the fundamental element to keep it flowing smoothly is missing. There's a psychological trap here too. When your body lacks water, your mind becomes foggy, your motivation weakens, and your willpower fades. You start convincing yourself you're tired or uninspired, when really you just need to hydrate. The good news is this is a fix you can make instantly. Hydration is a reset button for your energy and focus. Hydrating isn't just about drinking water. It's about making a conscious daily choice to fuel your potential. Carry a water bottle everywhere, set reminders, and treat hydration like the non-negotiable priority it is. This simple habit isn't glamorous, but it's a foundation on which everything else depends. Have you ever noticed how the smallest things can unravel your day? Maybe you overlook a glass of water, and suddenly you're battling fatigue, brain fog, or irritability. These aren't just annoyances. They are warning signs your body sends, begging for attention. When you start responding to these signals by hydrating regularly, you break free from this hidden energy drain. Hydration transforms your productivity. When your cells are flooded with water, your circulation improves, your brain functions optimally, and your metabolism fires up. You become sharper, more alert, and more resilient to stress. Your body performs like a well-oiled machine, ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. This is about more than just feeling good. It's about creating an unstoppable foundation for growth. Think about the difference it would make if every decision you made came from a place of clear thinking and abundant energy. You'd move faster, solve problems better, and push past limits you once thought were fixed. Don't fall into the trap of waiting until you're thirsty to drink. Thirst is a late signal, meaning your body is already on the edge of dehydration. Train yourself to drink water consistently throughout the day, especially before meals, workouts, or intense mental focus. This proactive approach keeps your energy stable and your mind sharp. Sometimes we complicate success with grand strategies and massive changes. But what if one of the most powerful keys to your energy and focus was as simple as drinking enough water? It's not about magic or gimmicks. It's about honoring the basic needs of your body to unlock the extraordinary. If you want to feel unstoppable, to have the stamina to push through challenges, and the clarity to make wise choices, start by hydrating often. Make it a ritual. Let water be your secret weapon, in the fight against fatigue and distraction. Your body is begging you to listen. You don't need energy drinks, caffeine overload, or endless supplements. Your best fuel has been with you all along: pure, life-giving water. When you drink regularly, you create a smooth current of energy that carries you through your day with ease and confidence. The next time you feel your focus slipping or your strength fading, ask yourself one simple question: have I hydrated enough? If the answer is no, fix it immediately. This is a non-negotiable act of self-respect and self-mastery. Imagine your days with energy flowing steadily, your mind clear and calm, your body responsive and strong. This isn't some distant dream. It's an achievable reality, waiting for you to make the choice to hydrate regularly. Make this commitment today. Carry water like your life depends on it, because in truth, your energy and success do. Let hydration be the foundation of your unstoppable journey forward. You are not powerless against fatigue or distraction. You have a simple tool that can keep your energy flowing smoothly and your focus razor sharp. Use it wisely. Drink often, thrive relentlessly. Now take a moment, grab a glass of water, and pledge to fuel your greatness with every sip. Your future self will rise stronger, sharper, and more alive because of this one simple habit. Don't wait, start now. Number 14. Focus fully on one task to maximize your energy output. The moment you scatter your attention across 10 different things, you drain your energy 10 times faster and accomplish almost nothing real. Imagine the power you could unlock if you poured every ounce of your focus into just one task. Picture yourself so immersed, so completely engaged, that time slips away and your work flows like a force of nature. This is not a fantasy. It's a key to a productivity revolution inside you. Many people believe multitasking is a skill, but it's the greatest thief of energy you'll ever encounter. When your mind is pulled in multiple directions, it exhausts itself trying to switch gears constantly. Your brain wasn't built for juggling. It was built to laser in on a single target, to go deep, to master one thing before moving on. This is how true energy maximization happens. There was a time when I believed getting more done meant doing more things at once. I'd be checking emails while listening to podcasts and trying to draft a report. But my results were shallow, my fatigue intense, and my satisfaction low. Then I forced myself to experiment one task. No distractions, complete focus. The difference was staggering. My energy didn't just last longer, it multiplied. Focus is a muscle you can train. Each time you resist the urge to jump from one distraction to another, you strengthen your capacity to sustain attention. When you commit fully to a single task, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical that rewards you with feelings of pleasure and accomplishment. This chemical boost fuels your motivation, making you want to keep pushing deeper. Think about your deepest moments of flow, the times when you lost yourself in a book, a project, or a workout. That's your brain operating at its peak. It's an immersive state where energy is concentrated, your mind is clear, and your potential is fully realized. Yet so many miss out on this experience because they fragment their focus. You might say, I have so many things to do. How can I possibly focus on one? But consider this: scattering your effort means no task gets your full energy, resulting in mediocre outcomes across the board. When you focus fully, your productivity accelerates and the quality of your work skyrockets. You complete more by doing less at a time. Our culture glorifies busyness, but busyness isn't productivity. It's noise. Real achievement requires quieting the noise and embracing intense focus. When you dive deep into one task, you enter a zone where distractions lose their grip. You're no longer at the mercy of your environment. You command your energy and your time. This shift demands discipline. It means turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, and telling others you're unavailable. It means setting boundaries that protect your attention like a precious treasure. Because in truth, your attention is the most valuable currency you have. Every time you give yourself permission to split focus, you drain the energy reserves you need for what matters most. But when you harness your attention fully, energy flows like a river, steady, powerful, unstoppable. You'll notice how your mind sharpens, your creativity ignites, and your confidence grows. This practice also combats the mental fatigue that comes from constant switching. Your brain needs rhythm and consistency, not chaos and fragmentation. Single tasking creates a flow state where problems unravel, ideas spark, and solutions come effortlessly. It's a place where your effort multiplies without additional strain. What if you dedicated just 1 hour today to a single high-impact task? No interruptions, no distractions. Imagine how much progress you could make, how that energy would build momentum into tomorrow. You'd break free from the cycle of frustration and shallow accomplishment, and step into a new level of mastery. This is not about perfection. It's about respect. Respect for your time, your energy, and your goals. It's about rejecting the lie that multitasking equals efficiency, and embracing the truth that focus fuels greatness. Each moment of undivided attention is a step closer to becoming the person you want to be. The secret lies in prioritizing. Choose the one thing that, when done fully, will move you most forward. Then commit to it completely. Say no to the urge to check your phone or glance at your email. Create a sacred space for your work and honor it fiercely. The power of this simple act ripples through your entire life. As your focus sharpens at work or study, it transfers to your relationships and personal growth. You learn to be present, to listen deeply, and to engage fully with whatever you do. Energy becomes your ally, not your enemy. Remember, focus is a practice, not a state you magically fall into. It takes patience and persistence. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Each time you reclaim your attention, you build resilience against distraction and fatigue. Now is the moment to take control, to refuse the scattered chaos and embrace a new way of working and living. To honor your energy by giving it fully to one task at a time. This is the path to progress, fulfillment, and unstoppable momentum. Start small, choose your next task and dedicate your full attention to it. Feel how your energy aligns and your results improve. Let this habit grow until focused effort becomes your default mode. You owe it to yourself to experience the transformative power of true focus. It's waiting for you on the other side of distraction and overwhelm. Take the leap, harness your energy, and watch your life change in ways you never thought possible. The journey to your highest potential begins with one deliberate choice. Focus fully right now. Number 15. Reflect nightly on your energy wins and losses. Honestly, if you want to transform your life, stop pretending everything is fine and start facing your energy honestly. Every single night. The truth is, the battle for your energy happens, not just during the day, but in the quiet moments before sleep. It's easy to rush through these moments, distracted by screens or thoughts about tomorrow. But the real power lies in pausing, turning inward and asking yourself, where did I win today? Where did I lose? This simple act of honest reflection is a game changer. It pulls you out of autopilot and puts you back in control. Without it, you drift. You blame fatigue on random circumstances, fail to notice patterns, and repeat the same energy-draining mistakes. But when you commit to looking at your day without excuses, you uncover hidden truths about your habits and choices. Think about it. Every day, your energy fluctuates. Some hours you feel unstoppable. Other moments you feel drained, distracted, or defeated. If you never stop to acknowledge those shifts, you'll never understand what's fueling you and what's depleting you. Reflection shines a light on this invisible battlefield, revealing the real reasons behind your highs and lows. One night, I was exhausted but resisted my urge to scroll endlessly on my phone. Instead, I grabbed a journal and wrote down every moment I remembered feeling energized, and every time I noticed my focus slipping away. It wasn't easy. It was uncomfortable to admit how often I let distractions steal my power. But that discomfort was the beginning of change. I could see exactly where I needed to draw boundaries and where I was already winning. This practice isn't about judgment or guilt. It's about clarity and compassion for yourself. When you recognize the small wins, you reinforce positive habits and build confidence. When you honestly face the losses, you create opportunities to adjust and grow. This balance is the secret to sustainable energy management. Your mind is a powerful storyteller, always justifying and explaining away your choices. Reflection strips away these stories and replaces them with facts. It forces you to confront your day as it was, not as you wish it had been. This honest feedback loop is the foundation for real progress. By doing this every night, you create a sacred dialogue with yourself. You learn to trust your own observations and insights. Over time, this nightly ritual becomes a compass that guides your decisions, showing you where to invest your energy and when to protect it fiercely. You may be tempted to skip this step when you're tired or overwhelmed. That's exactly when you need it the most. Your tired mind tries to tell you it's too hard or not worth the effort. But pushing through builds resilience. It trains your brain to slow down and pay attention to what really matters. Reflection also trains your emotional intelligence. You start to notice how certain interactions, tasks, or thoughts impact your mood and vitality. This awareness allows you to navigate your days more skillfully, avoiding energy traps and seeking out what replenishes you. Imagine waking up each morning with a clear understanding of how to manage your energy better than the day before. You know which habits to strengthen, which distractions to eliminate, and which moments to savor. This kind of insight turns daily energy management from a guessing game into a deliberate strategy. It's important to keep this process simple and honest. Don't overthink or analyze too much. Just jot down what stands out, both the moments you felt strong and those you felt weak. Over time, patterns emerge like a roadmap, showing exactly where you need to make changes. This honest reflection also opens the door to gratitude. When you recognize your energy wins, no matter how small, you feel more connected to your progress. Gratitude fuels motivation and shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that even on tough days, you're moving forward. You don't need hours for this practice. Even 5 minutes before bed can have a profound impact. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or setting an alarm. This daily commitment to self-awareness is a powerful act of self-respect. What if you decided to start tonight, right now before you drift off? Ask yourself, what energized me today? Where did I waste energy? What did I learn about myself? How can I use this insight tomorrow? This simple nightly habit will begin to transform how you handle your energy and how you live your life. The path to mastering your energy is paved with honesty. When you face your daily wins and losses without excuses, you build a foundation of trust with yourself. You become your own strongest ally in the quest for growth and success. Don't wait for some perfect moment or external motivation. The power to change your energy and your life is already in your hands. It's waiting in the quiet reflection of your day, ready to guide you to a stronger, more focused and energized tomorrow. Start this journey tonight. Be brave, be truthful, embrace the full picture of your energy landscape. With each honest reflection, you get closer to becoming the person who controls their energy instead of being controlled by it. Take the first step now. Commit to this daily ritual and watch how it rewires your mind, your habits, and your results. Your future self will thank you for the clarity and strength you build one honest night at a time. Your energy story is yours to write. Reflect honestly, learn fiercely, rise stronger every day. Number 16. Invest time in what energizes your passion and purpose. If you're not spending your time on what truly fuels your soul, then you're running on empty, trapped in a cycle that drains you without ever fulfilling you. There's a fierce hunger inside every one of us, a raw energy waiting to explode when we connect with what lights up our passion and purpose. But too often, life pulls us away into distractions, obligations, or mindless routines that steal away that fire. The result? Exhaustion, frustration, and a quiet despair that whispers, "Is this all there is?" Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your hours are invested in something that sets your heart on fire, that your energy flows naturally, effortlessly, because what you do isn't a chore, it's a calling. This isn't some lofty dream reserved for the lucky few. It's a choice you make right now to claim your power and dedicate time to what truly energizes you. Many people think passion is a vague feeling that hits randomly, but passion and purpose thrive when you intentionally nurture them. They grow stronger with each minute you dedicate, each step you take toward what resonates deeply inside. Investing your time here isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for a vibrant, meaningful life. Consider the moments you've felt unstoppable, not just physically energized, but emotionally alive. What were you doing? What thoughts filled your mind? Those moments are clues. They reveal what you should chase and cherish, because your true energy follows where your passion leads. I've met countless people who trap themselves in lives disconnected from their true desires. They get up each day, carry out tasks that bore them, and wonder why they feel drained. They blame circumstances, blame others, or blame themselves. The truth is, energy isn't something to be found outside. It's cultivated inside by investing in what matters most to you. When you pour your time into your passions, you're doing more than enjoying life. You're building a reservoir of energy that fuels every other part of your existence. This energy spills over into relationships, creativity, and productivity. You become magnetic, unstoppable, a force of nature. This investment requires courage. It means saying no to distractions that steal your focus. It means breaking free from the chains of routine that numb your spirit. It means choosing to spend your hours where they create the highest return in the soil of your passion and purpose. The world tries to convince us that time spent on passion is time wasted and indulgence. But the opposite is true. Every minute you invest here compounds like interest in a bank. It pays dividends in happiness, motivation, and resilience. You become more grounded, more connected, and more capable of handling life's challenges. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start small. Dedicate 10 minutes a day to what excites you, whether it's a creative hobby, learning something new, helping others, or working on a dream project. Notice how those moments charge you up and push you forward. Imagine the ripple effect of this simple habit. 10 minutes turns into 30. 30 becomes an hour. Hours become days and weeks. Suddenly your life is transformed because you've fed the part of you that craves meaning and excitement. But this is also about protecting your passion time fiercely. Guard it like a precious gem because it is. Don't let guilt, doubt, or external pressure steal your commitment. Remember, your energy is finite, and where you invest it shapes your reality. Choosing passion is choosing life in its fullest form. Think about the energy you waste, chasing approval, scrolling endlessly, or living according to others' expectations. What if that energy was redirected to your own dreams and purpose? How would your days change? How would your confidence grow? There is a psychological magic in spending time on what you love. It activates your brain's reward system, flooding you with motivation chemicals that boost your drive. This biological fact means passion is not just emotional fluff. It's a vital fuel for your brain and body. This creates a powerful cycle. Investing time in your passion energizes you, and that energy motivates you to invest more time. Breaking free from this cycle means breaking free from your full potential. Some fear that passion and purpose are elusive or reserved for certain gifted people. The truth is, everyone has something unique that stirs their soul. It might be buried beneath years of neglect or overshadowed by fear, but it's there waiting to be awakened by your intentional investment. Your current life circumstances don't determine your capacity to invest in passion. Even in the busiest, most chaotic schedules, you can carve out moments that feed your spirit. The key is prioritizing them with the same urgency you give to deadlines or obligations. This shift is not just about feeling good, it's a radical act of self-respect. It says, I matter, my dreams matter. My energy deserves to be nurtured, not drained. This mindset transforms how you see yourself and what you allow in your life. When you invest in your passion, you build an inner fortress that shields you from burnout and despair. You become resilient because you're fueled by a deeper source than temporary motivation or external validation. Now consider this. What if your days were filled with activities that make time fly, that make you forget fatigue, and that make you crave tomorrow's sunrise? That's the power of passion invested with intention. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for inspiration to strike. Those are illusions that keep you stuck. The real transformation comes from the discipline to invest daily, no matter how small the step. Momentum builds with consistent action. So ask yourself, what lights up my soul? What activity, thought, or project fills me with energy instead of draining it? What am I willing to protect fiercely with my time and attention? Take control of your life by directing your energy where it counts. Stop letting the demands of others or the noise of the world dictate how you spend your most precious resource, time. Begin investing in what energizes your passion and purpose today. When you do, you'll notice a profound shift. Your energy will multiply. Your motivation will deepen. Your life will finally feel aligned with who you truly are. This alignment creates unstoppable momentum toward the goals and dreams you once thought unreachable. This is your invitation to reclaim your energy by investing it wisely in what matters most. Your future self will look back with gratitude, knowing that the decision you make right now changed everything. Don't just survive. Thrive. Pour your time into what energizes your spirit, ignites your heart, and fuels your purpose. The journey begins here, right now. Start investing in your passion. Start living your purpose, and watch as your energy, your confidence, and your life transform in ways you never imagined possible. Number 17. Laugh and smile more to boost your mood instantly. If you think smiling or laughing is just a simple reaction to happiness, you're missing out on one of the most powerful tools to transform your entire mood and your life instantly. Think about the last time you laughed so hard your stomach hurt or smiled without any reason at all. That moment, however brief, changed something inside you. It shifted the weight of your worries, softened the edge of your stress, and opened a door to joy that often feels locked shut. But what if I told you that laughter and smiling are not just responses to happiness, but the very triggers that create it? There's a science behind this. When you smile or laugh, your brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals, endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, all rushing through your system like a surge of energy and relief. This isn't some new age idea or empty cliche. It's biological fact. Your body and mind instantly respond to the physical act of smiling or laughing by boosting your mood. This is the kind of power you hold in your hands, or more accurately, on your face. Yet, how often do we suppress these natural expressions? We get caught up in the pressures of life, the grind of work, the expectations of others, and we forget the simplest thing: to laugh, to smile, to let ourselves feel light. It's as if we're walking around with masks glued to our faces, weighed down by seriousness and stress, denying ourselves the most direct path to happiness. What if you flipped the script? What if you made a conscious decision to laugh and smile more, not only when something is funny or delightful, but deliberately, as a daily practice? This simple shift rewires your brain, retrains your emotions, and rewrites your day-to-day experience. Imagine waking up and starting your day with a smile, even if nothing feels particularly joyful yet. Forcing that smile activates your brain's happiness pathways. It's a spark, small but powerful, that sets a positive tone. And throughout the day, when stress hits or challenges appear, you can choose to invite a laugh or a smile as your secret weapon. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect or forcing happiness. It's about choosing to harness the physical power of your facial expressions, to nudge your mood upward, to pull yourself out of negativity, and to remind yourself that joy is accessible, even in the hardest moments. Stories of transformation often begin with this simple act. People facing overwhelming pressure, burnout, or despair discover that laughing and smiling more doesn't erase problems, but softens their grip. It creates space for resilience and optimism to grow. Consider the contagious nature of laughter and smiles. When you share a genuine smile, you invite connection. When you laugh, you invite others in. Human beings are wired to respond to these signals with warmth and openness. Smiling isn't just self-healing. It's a bridge to better relationships, to deeper connections, to shared moments that remind us why life is worth living. You might think you need to be in a certain mood to smile or laugh, but the truth flips this on its head. The physical action can lead the emotional state. It's a powerful hack. When you're stuck in a negative loop, the muscles that create a smile, or the sound of laughter, sends a message to your brain that things aren't as bad as you thought. It disrupts the cycle of stress and worry. Think about how children do this naturally. They laugh freely, smile broadly, and find joy in the smallest moments. Over time, the responsibilities and pressures make us forget this natural gift, but it's never lost. It's waiting for you to remember. Try this now. Take a deep breath, relax your face, and give yourself permission to smile right now. Even if it feels forced, hold that smile for 10 seconds. Notice how your body responds. Feel your mood shift, even just a little. This small practice, repeated daily, builds emotional strength and lifts your baseline happiness. There's a deeper, emotional reason this works so well. When you laugh or smile, you release tension not only in your face, but throughout your body. The tightness in your shoulders, the heaviness in your chest, the dull ache of fatigue, all these physical sensations begin to loosen. This lightening creates an internal environment where your mind can breathe and your spirit can rise. This creates a feedback loop. The more you laugh and smile, the more your brain seeks out moments that provoke those reactions. You start to notice the beauty in small things: a kind word, a funny memory, a warm thought. Your world shifts because your perspective does. The challenge is to choose laughter and smiles as your allies rather than byproducts of happiness. Use them like tools. When faced with negativity, take a moment to smile anyway. When feeling overwhelmed, find a way to laugh, even if it's just a quiet chuckle to yourself. This deliberate choice rewires your emotional experience. The ripple effect extends far beyond mood. Studies show that laughter reduces stress hormones, strengthens your immune system, and even relieves physical pain. Smiling has been linked to lower blood pressure and increased longevity. These aren't mere coincidences. They reveal how deeply intertwined your emotional and physical health truly are. You hold within you a reservoir of power so simple, yet so often overlooked. To smile, to laugh, to let joy bubble up and out. These actions don't just boost your mood temporarily. They build a foundation for lasting emotional resilience and mental clarity. Imagine a life where laughter and smiles are part of your daily rhythm, where even the toughest days are punctuated with moments of genuine lightness. This isn't an escape from reality. It's a way to engage with life more fully, to find strength in vulnerability, and to keep moving forward with hope and energy. You owe it to yourself to reclaim this gift. Don't wait for a perfect reason or a special occasion. Start now. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Laugh at something silly. Seek out moments that spark joy and lean into them fiercely. By choosing laughter and smiles, you're sending a message to your mind and body that you refuse to be controlled by negativity. You're creating a shield of positivity that protects you and propels you forward. Now is the moment to harness this power. Let laughter and smiles become your secret weapons against stress, anxiety, and the weight of the world. Watch as your mood lifts, your energy returns, and your life begins to feel lighter, brighter, and more vibrant. Remember, every smile you share, every laugh you release, is a step closer to the happiness you deserve. Don't hold back. Let your joy be loud, unapologetic, and unstoppable. Smile more. Laugh often. Change your life instantly. Start today. The transformation is waiting. Number 18. Avoid multitasking to conserve your mental and emotional energy. Trying to juggle too many things at once isn't a sign of strength. It's the fastest way to drain your mind and kill your energy. You've felt it before. The restless buzz inside your head when you're switching between emails, calls, tasks, and notifications, hoping to get more done, but ending up exhausted and overwhelmed. It feels like you're spinning plates, desperately trying not to drop any. The truth is, multitasking is stealing your focus, your clarity, and most importantly, your mental power. Imagine your brain as a spotlight. When you focus on one thing, that spotlight shines brightly, illuminating every detail and making you sharper, faster, and more effective. But when you split that spotlight across several things, the light becomes dim, flickering, and weak. Your brain can't truly handle multiple, complex tasks simultaneously. Instead, it flips rapidly from one to another, wasting precious energy each time it shifts. Science confirms this. Multitasking reduces productivity by up to 40%, increases mistakes, and leaves your mind fatigued. The cost is far greater than you realize. Every attempt to do several things at once chips away at your mental endurance. It's like trying to sprint a marathon. Your energy burns out long before you reach the finish line. You might believe that doing more at once will save time, but the opposite is true. Constant task switching stretches your day into frustration, leaving you feeling scattered and empty. Deep down, you know this isn't how you want to live. You crave mental peace, clear focus, and a sense of accomplishment that comes from finishing what you start. There's a different way to reclaim your energy, a way that frees your mind and allows you to harness your full potential. The key is simple but radical. Focus fully on one task at a time. Give it your undivided attention. No distractions, no half measures. This approach is not old-fashioned. It's a superpower in a world obsessed with busyness. When you commit to single tasking, you protect your mental and emotional reserves. You stop leaking energy through endless context switching. Your brain can dive deep, engage fully, and produce work that's not just done but done well. This sharp focus breeds confidence because you're no longer overwhelmed by chaos. Picture the feeling after you complete a task with full focus. There's a quiet satisfaction that can't be matched by scrambling through a dozen unfinished things. That sense of mastery feeds your motivation and builds momentum. Each focused effort recharges your mind instead of draining it. The emotional toll of multitasking is often ignored. Fragmented attention makes it harder to regulate feelings. Your stress level spikes because your brain is constantly in overdrive. Anxiety grows as unfinished tasks pile up, and self-doubt creeps in when results don't meet your expectations. By choosing focus, you create emotional stability. You're not scattering your thoughts or feelings across too many fronts. Instead, you anchor your energy on what matters most, giving yourself space to breathe and respond calmly. This emotional clarity unlocks creativity and resilience. I want you to think about a moment when you were truly immersed in something, a project, a conversation, a hobby. Notice how time seemed to slow down and your mind felt alive. That's the power of focus. That's how you break free from exhaustion. Breaking the habit of multitasking isn't easy. It requires awareness and discipline. Your environment may seem designed to pull you in every direction. Pings from phones, endless to-do lists, demands from others. But you can take control. Start by identifying your highest priority task for the day. Protect a block of time, even if it's just 20 minutes, and commit to working on it alone. Turn off notifications, close unrelated tabs, and tell yourself this time is sacred. Watch how your efficiency skyrockets when you give a single task your full energy. You'll soon notice a new rhythm emerging. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable. Your mind feels lighter, and your stress decreases. You begin to experience the deep flow state where your best work happens, and time passes effortlessly. The transformation spreads beyond work. Your relationships improve because you're truly present when you listen. Your sense of well-being grows because your mind is not constantly pulled in conflicting directions. You gain control over your life instead of letting distractions control you. Remember, every time you multitask, you're stealing from your own mental and emotional bank. But when you focus on one thing fully, you're making a deposit that pays off with interest in clarity, calm, and accomplishment. You deserve to experience the power of undivided attention. You deserve to finish your days feeling energized, proud, and in control. The secret is in your choice to say no to multitasking and yes to focus. Take this moment to decide. Put down the distractions. Choose one task. Dive in with your whole mind and heart. Feel the difference. This is how you reclaim your energy. This is how you win your day. Now go ahead, make that choice. Focus fully. Your mind and spirit will thank you. And once you taste this power, you'll never want to go back. Number 19. Listen to your body signals and respond with care. Your body is speaking to you every single moment. Are you truly listening? Most of us rush through life, ignoring the subtle signals our body sends. A tightness in the chest, a lingering headache, the heaviness in our limbs. These are not inconveniences to be dismissed. They are urgent messages from the deepest parts of you, asking for attention, respect, and care. When you choose to tune in and respond, you unlock a profound source of strength and clarity that changes everything. Think about the last time your body whispered, slow down or rest. Did you hear it, or did you push harder? Did you dismiss the fatigue as weakness or failure? That is where so many people lose their power. Ignoring these signals doesn't make you stronger. It breaks you down bit by bit until the weight becomes unbearable. The emotional and mental toll of neglect is just as real as the physical. Your body is your first home. It carries the story of your life, your struggles, your victories, your unresolved pain. When you stop to listen, you begin to understand that every ache or discomfort has a purpose. It's a call for balance, a warning, a chance to heal before things spiral. This awareness creates a new relationship between you and yourself, one of trust and kindness. Imagine waking up and sensing exactly what your body needs today. Maybe it's rest, maybe movement, maybe nourishing food, or simply fresh air. The moment you honor those needs, you send a powerful message. You matter. Your well-being matters. This simple act of care fuels your energy and sharpens your mind because you're no longer fighting your own nature. This is not about indulgence or laziness. It's about intelligent self-awareness, recognizing that your body is a complex system that requires attention, just like any high-performance machine. Athletes understand this instinctively. They listen to soreness and fatigue, adjusting their training to avoid injury and optimize growth. Why shouldn't you apply the same respect to your everyday life? Responding with care means setting boundaries when your energy dips. It means choosing to pause instead of powering through exhaustion. It means creating rituals that restore rather than drain. When you start honoring these signals, stress loses its grip. You find yourself more resilient, more grounded, and able to meet challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Many people mistake pushing past pain or discomfort as a sign of discipline. But real discipline is rooted in respect for your limits, not denial of them. By responding wisely to your body's messages, you cultivate a sustainable kind of strength, one that grows and evolves with you, instead of breaking you down. When you listen deeply, you also begin to catch emotional signals your body sends. Anxiety manifesting as tight shoulders, sadness felt as a heavy chest. These are not to be feared or ignored, but recognized as part of your internal landscape. Caring for your body includes tending to these feelings with compassion, allowing healing and release. You might wonder how to start this practice when life feels so relentless. Begin small. Pause a few times a day to check in with your breath, your posture, your sensations. Notice what surfaces without judgment. This simple habit rewires your nervous system and cultivates mindfulness, turning your body into a powerful guide instead of a neglected vessel. Over time, this connection transforms your experience of living. You start choosing actions that align with your true needs, rather than external pressures. You find clarity in what fuels your passion and what drains your spirit. The energy you gain from this attunement is unlike any caffeine boost or adrenaline rush. It's steady, genuine vitality that carries you forward. This practice also teaches patience. Your body's signals may not always be urgent. Some come softly, requiring attentive listening to decode. You learn to trust the timing of your healing and growth, knowing that rushing or ignoring leads only to burnout and breakdown. There will be days when you stumble, when the noise of the world drowns out your inner voice. That's normal. What matters is your commitment to return to listening, again and again without shame or frustration. Each time you tune in, you rebuild your connection, deepen your resilience, and strengthen your foundation. Imagine how different life would feel if you approached each day as a conversation with your body, a dialogue of curiosity and care. You would not just survive, you would thrive. Your choices would be informed by wisdom that comes from within, creating a feedback loop of health, energy, and peace. This is your invitation to begin this transformative journey right now. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, what is my body telling me today? What does it need to feel supported, loved, and energized? Then act on that answer with kindness and resolve. When you listen to your body and respond with care, you reclaim your power. You step out of the cycle of exhaustion and disconnect, and into a life where your energy is protected. Your mind is clear and your spirit is strong. This is not a luxury, it's a necessity for anyone who wants to live fully and deeply. The path to greatness isn't about relentless pushing, it's about wise listening. It's about honoring the signals that guide you back to yourself. Don't wait for a breakdown or crisis to start paying attention. Begin now. Your body has been trying to speak to you all along. The question is, are you ready to hear it? Are you ready to respond with the care that will transform your energy, your mindset, and your life? Choose to listen, choose to care, choose to thrive. Take this moment right now and commit to tuning in daily. This simple practice will unlock an energy and peace you've only dreamed of. Your body is your greatest ally. Treat it that way, and watch how your whole life changes. The power to heal, to grow, and to excel lies in your hands. Start by listening to the voice inside you and give it the care it deserves. The journey begins today. Number 20. Commit daily to small actions that build strong energy. Real transformation doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from the tiny choices you make every single day. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast mountain, the peak hidden by clouds. You feel overwhelmed, wondering how to reach the summit. The secret isn't one giant leap. It's every small step that builds momentum, power, and confidence. The same principle applies to your energy, your focus, and your life. Too often we get caught in the trap of waiting for the perfect moment or the big breakthrough. We think that unless we overhaul everything at once, change is impossible. But that mindset steals your power. What if the true key to building unstoppable energy is simply committing to small, consistent actions that, over time, create an unstoppable force inside you? This is a message for anyone who feels drained, stuck, or overwhelmed by the demands of life. You don't need to reinvent yourself overnight. Instead, focus on the daily rituals that feed your strength, those tiny habits you can sustain without fighting yourself. Think about the last time you felt genuinely energized. It probably wasn't a sudden surge, but a steady rhythm. Waking up on time, drinking water, stretching, choosing healthy food, or taking a brief walk. These simple acts may seem insignificant alone, but their true power lies in repetition and commitment. Consistency is the silent giant behind every success story. The people you admire didn't get there because of magic or luck. They built their energy and resilience brick by brick, action by action. Every decision to show up, even when it felt small or unimportant, created a foundation too strong to break. Here's the psychological twist. Our brains crave immediate rewards, which is why big goals can feel intimidating and distant. But small actions trigger dopamine, the pleasure chemical, reinforcing the behavior and creating a positive loop. This means you can train yourself to feel good about building momentum rather than fearing the effort. This is not about perfection or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about choosing one small thing every day that aligns with your values and fuels your body and mind. Whether it's a 5-minute meditation, a glass of water before breakfast, or writing one sentence of your dream project, each step adds up in ways you can't immediately see. Your energy isn't a fixed resource. It's dynamic and renewable. When you honor this by committing to small positive actions daily, you create an upward spiral. You start to notice your focus improving, stress lessening, and motivation building naturally. This energy then flows into other areas of your life, creating a ripple effect. Imagine your day as a bank account. Every small action is a deposit. Skipping these actions is a withdrawal. What would happen if you stopped overdrawing your energy account and started making steady deposits? You would build an abundance of power, resilience, and clarity that carries you through challenges. This approach transforms how you face obstacles. Instead of feeling depleted and defeated, you feel prepared and energized. Small wins build confidence, and confidence fuels bigger wins. This momentum can't be rushed or faked. It must be cultivated patiently and intentionally. If you want to break free from burnout, overwhelm, and frustration, start by embracing the small actions are not insignificant. They are your lifeline to a stronger, more vibrant self. Your future self will thank you for every little step you take today. You may wonder, what if my small actions don't seem to matter? The truth is, their impact compounds silently beneath the surface. Like water shaping stone, repeated tiny efforts carve a path toward your goals. Over time, the landscape of your life changes dramatically. Here's a challenge. Identify one small positive action you can take right now that moves you toward greater energy. Commit to it daily without fail for just 1 week. Notice how it feels to honor that commitment. Feel the shift in your energy and mindset. Then build on it. Add another small habit. Layer your actions like building blocks, creating a fortress of resilience and vitality that no external storm can shake. The key is to make these actions so simple that resistance fades and consistency becomes effortless. Remember, true power lies not in momentary bursts, but in sustainable energy. By nurturing your energy daily, you guard against the drains of stress, distraction, and fatigue. This isn't about working harder, but working smarter, aligning your actions with the natural rhythms of your body and mind. As you cultivate this practice, you'll discover an unexpected joy in the process. Each small action becomes a victory, a step closer to the life you desire. This mindset shift is liberating. It frees you from the pressure of perfection and connects you to a deeper sense of purpose. Visualize the version of yourself who shows up daily, energized and focused, tackling challenges with calm determination. That version is within reach, built through the small choices you make today and every day after. The power to change your life isn't in some distant event or massive decision. It's in the quiet daily commitment to actions that honor your energy and purpose. This is your path to unstoppable momentum and lasting fulfillment. So start now. Pick one small action that feeds your energy. Do it with intention. Watch how it transforms your day, your mindset, and your life. Then keep going, step by step, action by action, until you stand at the summit of your own potential. Your energy is your greatest asset. Protect it, build it, and let it propel you toward the life you were meant to live. The journey is in your hands. Make every small action count.